I formed Xterrier Limited on February 5th, 2051 as a space resort company. I was already a billionaire. It was not a desire to make money that drove me to establish Xterrier. Back then, Earth's nations were busy destroying each other, fighting over land and political ideology. I wanted a place to go where there were no politics, no war, and no devastation. A place where you could relax and enjoy life. Well, that meant going into space. There was nowhere in Earth that would do, so I poured every penny of my vast fortune into Xterrier. My newly formed company at last finished its first resort, the Xterrier lunar colony, in the year 2054. I was first to move in, but soon, being the businessman I am, I realized that this was a new viable market. People wanted to leave the horrors of Earth life. Soon, I was oversubscribed, and in order to accommodate this new demand, I ordered the creation of a second colony, Xterrier Mars. The event of 2067, the fall of Earth, was completely unexpected. When the devastating natural disaster hit, Earth was still too busy fighting each other to even truly notice. In a blink of an eye, my customers and I were the only remaining humans alive. I can't even tell you the weight that placed on my shoulders. I was responsible now for ensuring humanity's survival. Despite the loss of Earth, humanity was now more united than ever. United under one common corporation, there was no war, no competition, no hostilities. We adapted the former holiday destinations into permanent habitats and built new habitats to meet the population increases. Xterrier 581c was finished 15 years ago, in the year 2074. It was particularly remarkable in that it was the most far-out colony to date, and communication between it and Central HQ were going to be problematic. Woodrow Bell was chosen as its managing director in 2075, and Xterrier 581c rapidly grew to become one of the most successful colonies, second only to the lunar colony in terms of economics.
I'm not one for introductions, so I'll be quick about it. My name is Dr. Wilson, and we have a job to be doing. First, though, we need to get out of this sector. There should be an airlock around here somewhere that should lead to residential. Fiddlesticks. They must have installed a keycard system since I was last here. Well, with a little luck, the keycard should be around here somewhere.
No man can dictate the life of another man. I reject all authority and all corporate ownership. Xterrier claims to own everything. Hell, they may even think it owns mankind itself. But they are deluded. Xterrier doesn't own anything. They're just another fascist regime pretending to be leaders with the best of intents. We have a chance to make our voices heard. Xterrier 581c is far out from Xterrier's base of operations. Let's put some pressure on Woodrow.
Just the ticket. Now, you slide that through the card reader, and I'll let you in.
Jack Arrington's log, October 21st, 2089. A mere month ago, I was Woodrow Bell's personal secretary. My desk was just outside his office. office is a converted waste storage room. My office?
Right, hold up a moment. I'll quickly get you up to speed before we go any further. I have a job that I need doing. A job that will be of benefit to every citizen of Xterrier. I'm not able to do it myself, and so I'll guide you through it. I need you to trust me and to follow my advice because this place is dangerous and you're no use to me dead. Now, you're more or less in the residential sector. My old surgery is located up past Glees Square. Get to it and you should find my old pistol. You're going to be needing that, and a hell of a lot more if you're going to survive.
I met with Graham Bell this morning, Woodrow Bell's son. You wouldn't know that he's the spawn of that devil. He was humble, but sharp. He embittered by his father's uncaring attitude, but not clouded so much that he cannot see reality. I think, after a few more conversations with him, that he may well be interested in joining our army.
That's it. Not exactly the latest hardware on the market, but it's better than nothing. Now, before you head over to the tunnels, you'll need to power up the train. You can do that from the rundown restaurant beside Graham Bell's old place. That's where you need to be heading now. With my promotion came many benefits. Unlimited funding, endless resources, the ability to demand whatever materials or subjects I needed, and, perhaps best of all, the ability to conceal my research under the banner of Xterrier.
Goldman came to see me today. Want to change to talk with someone who genuinely cares. In the few days I have known Goldman, he has been a far better counsel than my father ever has been. He told me to meet him up at his place in Xterrier Mansions for a cup of tea with some of his friends. He says that he has an interesting proposition for me. Well,
That should do it. Head
I'm
back out of
interested,
Exterior
sir.
Residential and back towards the tunnel access airlock. Wait. Oh, curse it. Stay where you are and get ready for a fight. Looks like a whole bunch of citizens heard you. Stand ready now.
I did not become managing director my accomplishments or leadership ability. No. I became managing director because I took the line. I echoed Xterrier policy, and I wore my uniform immaculately every day. To become somebody in Xterrier society, you have to align yourself carefully and project a profile of complete devotion to the Xterrier way of life.
Xterrier is truly the best thing to ever happen to mankind. Never before have we worked together as single people. Never before have we had complete peace and no wars. Xterrier, a corporate entity, has achieved what the nations of Earth never could, and has given us the chance to achieve great things.
It's a fair old journey to my lab through these tunnels, but I do a lot quicker than walking. There may be a few hostiles along the way, nothing too bad though. That train you powered up should get you through quickly enough. For many years now, I have desired to rid humanity of its greatest weakness, death. As humans, we have the technology to build huge structures on other worlds, to traverse space with ease, and create computers far more intelligent than ourselves. Why then have we not even seriously investigated ways into remedying our... You made it! Welcome to my personal laboratory. I only wish the circumstances were a little better. It's so good to see you again. We don't have much time, so excuse me if I don't explain everything. To put it simply, I am to blame for the mess that happened here. The colony is out of its mind because of one of my experiments. I need your help to ensure that my work is never repeated. On my desk is a holodisk. It contains details of my work and, importantly, the results. It should be enough to convince Xterrier to regulate its science team a little more effectively. I don't know any way to reverse what I've done, but hopefully I can prevent it from ever happening again. I need you to head to the communication sector, and you'll have to cut across a few other sectors to get to it. Get going. It's only a matter of time before Woodrow Bell notices you. Look, I know you owe me nothing, but it's important that you help me. Lives depend on it. I finally got hold of a human to work on. The rebel leader, Goldman. Goldman is a fiery one, but a healthy specimen. Exactly what I need. Tomorrow I will be conducting mental enhancements on Mr. Goldman to see if they give him the telepathic abilities the crows have begun to demonstrate. After that, I'll move on to trying to make Mr. Goldman a little more hard-wearing. We'll record results. Goldman has not demonstrated any mental improvements whatsoever, nor has he shown any aptitude for telepathy. Improvements to Goldman's physical strength, however, have been somewhat successful. He is now capable of withstanding far more pressure than the average man, but it's more curing death. Tests will much easier Mr. Goldman since one quoted. Perhaps if I raise some of his memory, he'll lose his rebellious seal. Tunnel system continues on up ahead. I'd be brisk about getting to it if I were you. This place isn't somewhere you want to stick around for too long. Damn it. I completely forgot. I'm sorry. That train is powered locally. Right, let me think. Okay. I'm really sorry to have to tell you this, but there's no other way. You're going to have to power that train from the engineering department in general research. Now, before I unlock the sector, I must warn you. Listen carefully. This sector contains the very cause of this colony's collapse. It was all my fault. I was experimenting with mind enhancements and the whole thing got out of control. You'll see things that aren't real. Anything that appears in any way strange or out of place, ignore it. It's not real. You must, however, kill any crows you come across immediately. That is very important. You are somewhat resistant to the crow's influence, a key improvement in your mind, but they can still very easily kill you. Be careful.
The protests at the commerce sector went reasonably well. There was such a military involvement to it. It's like being part of a family. Unfortunately, it did not last long. The Xterrier guard broke it up, and it was before we had swayed a few citizens. I have no loyalty for my father, no respect, no love. I would happily see him fall from his perch. It's so nice to finally be able to walk around Xterrier without being hassled by selfish protesters. Of course, some are still trying to undermine Bell's efforts by starting these ridiculous rumors. Bell is a pleasant and well-meaning man. How can people honestly think he'd allow Wilson to perform experiments on human beings?
The guards are forcing my door open as I record this. The fools. While I commend them for discovering my role as the figurehead of my organization, arresting me and hanging me will do nothing but further slap awake this slumbering beast. Woodrow Bell thinks hanging me up will act as a sedative? Ha! It will spark a fire so large that he'll be consumed by the flames before he even smells the smoke. They can kill me, but they cannot stop what I have started.
I don't know, who might this be? Why, it has been a while since I've seen you around. Why, I heard you were dead. I know why you're here. You want my keycard to the council. Well, I'll oblige, if you do me a few favors. The first is very simple. I have a pest problem in my studio. A few actors who want to come out and do most horrible things to me. You know how performers can get. Deal with them for me, and I'll let you into my abode. is on the way to... how should I put it? Hang me by my entrails. Do be so kind and stick around to fight off the rabble. There'll be a nice and juicy keycard in it for you. More on their way, my good man. There's a healing unit on the wall. Feel free to use it if it helps. That's the last one of them. Good job. I'm opening my office door now. The card is lying on my desk there. Excuse me for not getting up.
In order to reach the surface, we need to get through to Woodrow Bell's office. You can probably override his lockdown from exterior security, but you'll need to find a key card to get access. I'd be careful if I were you. This sector has been locked down for some time. There are probably quite a lot of citizens trapped around the sector. I'm unlocking the sector now. Get looking for that key card.
show of it. To show that not even the managing director's son is immune. I suppose. Well, if he wants a show, I'll give him a show. And at my show trial, I'll make sure to yell Goldman's message loud and clear.
My son? A protester? I knew him a worthless, aimless worm fit only to stack crates, but I never thought I'd be signing his death warrant. I will not spare him. In fact, I will make sure the 581c public see that not even my son will be forgiven for treachery. Voice in this colony.
Word is that Golden has been arrested, taken to Wilson's for some sort of brutal experimentation. Is this what my father has succumbed to? Human experimentation as a punishment? If so, he is just brewing his own poison. I've taken command of the Citizens' Army. I will lead Goldman's struggle.
This Goldman person is starting to get on my nerves. While I cannot prove it, I am sure he is the head of this protest group. The man is an anarchist, a fool who hasn't gotten over the teenage notion of independence and lawlessness. I should crush him, but even I have to play within rules.
Cover Miles Security Report, November 2089. The interrogations of the protesters has yielded some results. The resident of Xterrier Mansion is most likely the protesters' leader. 3 out of 5 protesters interrogated named him as the leader. The other 2 refused to cooperate. I must admit, I was rather impressed with the strength shown by the 2 that we could not force into submission. We used some very complicated, unpleasant methods of interrogation that would usually break the strongest of characters. It is a shame that they chose to stand against Xterrier. Otherwise, I'd consider offering them a job in the Xterrier Guard. I'll send a team of guards to apprehend Goldman and send the protesters straight to the Xterrier courts to stand trial and to be executed.
Trapped, isolated, and living on rations. No way for the managing director of an Xterrier colony to be living. But at least I am safe from the rabble. Completely sealed off my sector, they cannot get to me. Still, I cannot be accepted to live long in this isolation. I just hope Xterrier never learns of what has happened here. If they do, I'll go down forever in history as a terrible leader, a failure, and an assistant to a madman. No man can dictate the life of another man. Those are your words. Of course you don't remember saying them. But Wilson never bothered to explain the unimportant details, did he? You don't even know who you are. You follow Wilson like his servant, follow his orders to the letter. I believe you are carrying evidence of his research.
And you really think he's just trying to warn other scientists? It never crossed your mind that he perhaps is selling this data on to further his research? No, I didn't think so. You were once my biggest opponent. You resented authority and you despised the company. Yet here you are, obeying and risking your life to save Xterrier. It would be amusing if your old self could see you now. Ah, but look at you. You are still confused. I'll put this simply, so that your limited intellect can cope. You are Goldwyn. Yes, Wilson bargained for you, a human guinea pig for his sick experiments. Then it seems he found a different use for you, a mindless drone to do his bidding. I can't expect to overpower you, but I do hope you'll question your puppeteer. Have a nice day now.
Wilson has some sort of agent working for him. I've tapped into his radio transmissions.
I know what you must be feeling. Well, I don't know what you must be feeling, to be honest. I won't pretend that what I did was right. The fact was, you were easy to get, and I needed to... Well, I thought I needed to cure death. I'm sorry. I still have a job to do, however, and that job will get you off this rock. So, I'd advise you, if you want to live, to master your feelings a little while longer. Information verification is 581C's censorship office. Nothing gets published without passing through here, and if non-canonical information is written as fact, you can be sure that whatever it is won't be published. We'd best be on our way. I'd forgotten about this old problem. When they first built this colony, it had a myriad of junctions just like this one, but with the old X04 circuit mapping. They were extremely unreliable. Most of the junctions were updated, but clearly not this one. You can repower the junction again by charging it up at the sector's 4 emergency power rerouters. They look like your typical standard power switch. I'll open information verification for you now. Now I'm forced to use crows for my experiments. So far I've been unable to revive the dead ones, but the mental enhancements are proven successful on the live crows. I'd love to apply my research to human test subjects, but at the moment, I don't have any evidence compelling enough to justify such a proposition. Even I've brought a dead bird back to life. That's the first one. There should be 3 more. You'll need to pull all of them to get that junction powered up again.
The information verification sector is probably one of the most important sectors of this colony. It allows
That's
Xterrier
them
to
all.
protect citizens
Fantastic
from
job.
the truth.
You can go on through to
Appropriate
Sector
information has,
101
in our
now.
dark past, caused war, genocide, and rebellion. It is Xterrier's duty to ensure that its citizens are kept happy, content, and free of dangerous thinking.
I'm afraid we've hit a slight hitch. The communications sector that we need to get to is behind that airlock door. Unfortunately, somebody has locked this sector down. I can't override local security commands, so you're going to have to go and find the lockdown override. I wish I could give you a little information about this sector, but I'm afraid I don't know any more than you. Even Woodrow Bell has no idea. Sector 1 is run directly by the Xterrier Corporation, and nobody really knows what's going on here. I'll let you in.
I have ordered that the lighting in my sector be reduced as much as possible. The creatures seem to prefer the dark. Their growth is astounding, and they are extremely hostile. Unfortunately, at the moment, they can only survive in water and suppose no threat to humans at the current time. I believe we can restructure them to survive in a normal atmosphere. How long that will take? How long? I traveled all the way from the Xterrier lunar colony to accept this position. I didn't move light years just so I could better humanity through science. No, I have bigger plans. I have never liked Xterrier, and I like even less its leadership. If my project is successful, NATO will be a problem for much longer.
Wilson's Crow project is starting to really take shape. Mark my words. Wilson will make me managing director of Xterrier itself. First met at the annual Xterrier 581c Science Convention 2088 last year. He was demonstrating a device that allowed him to enhance his ability a significant amount. Claiming that the budget convention was permanently head of Xterrier 581 research, and he accepted.
Okay, I'm opening the airlock to communications. You're nearly done. Now let's try not to fumble it this close to the line.
No limitations. All my staff went crazy, but I don't need them. In fact, they may make good test subjects, and who's to stop me? To some, the turn of events will be disaster, a tragedy. I see it as an opportunity.
Well, no surprise here. The communications array is inoperative. Thankfully, it's been taken offline, and it shouldn't be too hard to get back on again. It would be a real disaster if we had to repair the thing. You'll need to realign the dish, power up the array, and deactivate the security lock. You'll be able to do all of that from the maintenance area. Good luck, old boy. Okay, that's everything. Head back to the control room. Right, first things first, upload the data from the disk I gave you to the primary buffer. Now I'll just search for any orbiting ships. Good. The XSS Defiance is circling the planet. No doubt it's curious as to why we haven't transmitted in a good few months. Okay, I'm sending them the evidence and signaling them for an emergency rescue. That's your ticket out of here. Hold on a moment. This will only take a jiffy to send. Good news! I've got a reply, and they're going to pick you up. All you need to do now is to get to the surface. There's an emergency access route nearby. I'll trigger the alarm to get you through. You were rescued by the XSS Defiance, and the captain successfully received the data packet. You and the evidence of my crimes will now be on their way to one of Xterrier's other 4 colonies. Hopefully, they will be wise enough to learn from my mistakes. You will have the chance, I hope, to live a normal life again. You were not the only one rescued, however. Woodrow Bell, no doubt due to his corporate worth, was also rescued. Will he be made to face the consequences of his actions? Doubtful. It seems that Xterrier no longer has need of me. I was left here. One may look at it as just punishment for the crimes I have committed. I see it as a chance to right some of my wrongs. Xterrier will doubtlessly abandon 581C. I, however, will not.